Ready?
It's out of habit. I don't know why.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Nice.
Sweet.
How are you?
Dude, I'm good, man. I'm feeling refreshed.
How was your flight?
Dude, it was cool, man. It was awesome. I mean, as good as flights can be, man. Like, I don't know, what I'm starting to realize is I don't like the process of going from point A to point B, like where you had layovers and all that jazz.
Yeah.
It's just exhausting. But no, other than that, it was cool, man. It was solid.
Yeah. Point A to point B, the older I get, the more I'm like, ugh. The middle part.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get that. I don't fly ever. I took a flight one time to my grandma's wedding. She got remarried after my grandpa died. And the plane landed and the ceiling fell out. Like a ceiling tile flew down, hit the ground.
Really?
All the bathroom doors swung open. And I was like, I was like 14. So I was like, okay. And then I was like, I'm never doing this again.
Oh, man.
I'm never getting back on a plane. I never got back on a plane. Scared the hell out of me.
Oh, man. That's crazy, man.
It was silly.
Yeah, that is scary, man. For that to be like your first time on there.
I mean, at first, same thing with roller coasters. You like roller coasters?
No, I don't. No.
I got on one. I got talked into going on one. And it's like the wimpiest roller coaster in the world. And it broke while I was on it. And I was like, I'm just never.
No. I don't like roller coasters anyway. Like when the fair comes, it's like no knock to the people that come out and do the stuff, no, the professionals, but it's like the idea that they throw all that stuff up
In a day.
Yeah, man. And then people, no, I'm not doing it, man.
Yeah,
I'm
good.
not doing it. Yeah, I don't think I've actually ridden on any of the rides in like years, man. I just don't
Same.
do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, no.
Yeah.
I value my life too much. I can't
Yeah.
have it end on some bullshit like that, dude. I can't go out like that. I can't.
Man.
Fucking tilt-a-whirl. Just
Nope.
flying across a thing, smack into a hot dog cart.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Nope, not doing it. Not doing it. 1,000%.
So what was your trip for? Pleasure or business?
Yeah, just taking a break. I feel like the only time I actually I really don't take breaks. I feel like even like when work and stuff, I take away from work to go do more work.
Right.
So this is like the first time I actually, in probably like a year, that I just said, okay, I'm going somewhere. I'm not down here to like shoot anything. I'm not working. I'm just chilling. So yeah, me and my girl just kind of went down for a few days, and it was dope. I enjoyed it, man.
I haven't had a
enjoyed it.
getaway in years. I can
Man.
imagine it's good for the soul. Got to be
Yeah.
cleansing.
Yeah, man. It just get to a point because you just realize you're always hustling all the time.
All the
And that's
time.
exhausting, man.
It's the name of the game. I mean, you're a content creator. You get it. It's like you're never off.
Yeah.
And your brain's always on.
Yeah.
You always got to be. We're not necessarily that we're personas anymore. You don't have to be like, "Hey guys, what's up?" You like, you don't have to do that anymore. You can kind of just be yourself. But there is a version where you can't even be tired on a pod. Like we're doing this podcast right now. I'm tired as fuck, but I can't. Yeah, man, that's great. You know, I can't do that. Like,
Yeah.
So you are kind of like on all the time, especially when all your ideas and all that. Oh, let me text this person. Blah, blah, blah. It's 9 o'clock at night, but I'm still having all this brain power used up instead of just kind of get your zen.
Yeah.
Focus on yourself. Just have some thoughts that aren't. I wonder how Instagram's doing. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it's just I feel like you hit the nail on the head. You just always kind of connected, man. And then I think because the stuff I do with camera stuff, that's what I do for a living, like doing the photo and film things. It's like it's already a hustle when I'm not doing that and doing the content you're thinking about. Because there's no off switch. But yeah, it was nice. There was a couple times I had to catch myself down there. Like people would be like message me or something. I was finna respond to it. Or I was thinking, okay, I need to do this for this video I want to do. I was like, you know what? Nope, I'm not doing any of that. I'm chilling. Now I will say, I recorded one piece of content down there.
Of course,
I did.
Of course.
Because it was a site I wanted to go check out. So I did that, but it was very minimal. I think maybe it took me about 30 minutes to go out there and record and do what I need to do. But other than that, I was completely disconnected for like 4 or 5 days. And that's awesome, man. Yeah, that was cool.
Do you think maybe, I don't know, I just had this thought. Do you think maybe 20 years from now, you got to get a couple generations away from the way things used to be kind of thing for it to be a new way, that there will be no more off switch? Like even like this won't even be a thought they have. Like, man, I need to get away. There won't be a getaway. You'll just be on all the time. Like even like you said that, and it made me think like even if I took a vacation for real, I know for a fact, I know how my brain operates. If I see something cool, I'm going to have to use it in some way to try to gain something from it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Now, I feel like we're already there, though, man. You think about it, like, whether it's content creation or anything else, especially in this gig economy we kind of got, man, you just got to get it where you can, man. So you really, for a lot of us, you know, I think you're fortunate even if you can kind of take those breaks, but it's like, why not maximize, you know, something you're already doing? So, I mean, yeah, I feel like we're there now. But, yeah, to answer your question, I think it's going to probably just be amplified in the future.
Especially with the youth who they're not even told it's an option.
Yeah.
Right? They might not even see it as an option. Because you're right. I mean, and the more technology takes over our workforce, the more that we have to rely on being creative, which is, we're human beings. We're creative, beings. It's why we have all the things we have, but it's not. I don't think it's supposed to be like that, though. I don't think you're supposed to live in that. Like it's just supposed to kind of happen. Like every now and then you have a good idea for a song, but you shouldn't be forced to write songs all day.
Yeah.
You know.
But man, they make it so easy to do it, though. You know,
they really do.
You know, it's insane. Like, I think just because we're in this time where like you get an idea and you can actually like just bring it to fruition like
with your phone.
Just super easy. So like it's like, why not? You know what I mean?
Right.
So, no, I'm with you. Yeah, that's where we are right now.
It's interesting. Yeah. I don't know how old you are, but I remember life pre the internet, and it's just like it's so different. It's so different. I don't feel like it will ever. I don't know that we'll ever get back to like that kind of freedom in our like just our mind where I have this random thought I want to go, because there's no like I said, I used to get in a lot of trouble, but that's because you didn't have to care really, sort of, about like cameras being everywhere and getting caught and those kind of things. Did a lot of crap in the woods, probably shouldn't have been doing, you know. It's interesting. I know a guy who, it's like having you here is kind of nice because it's like you do this for a living, and so when it's all the time like that, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It can be tough. It's draining. It can be definitely draining because I have like friends and family, people that do like the content thing sometimes, and it's like I'm like, man, I'm kind of jealous of y'all because you know you can kind of do it at leisure, but it's like when you do it for a living too, and you do that, it's like there's no disconnect from that. It's always thinking about that. So,
and you're creative all the time, and something we all know that every now and then get a couple stinkers in there. You know, something just not working the way it's supposed to.
Yeah.
And you kind of like, you have no choice though. You're just like, well, on to the next one. You know, you can't even pull it away and just be like, well, let me try again. It's like, do you play music at all?
Yeah. So it's crazy.
I'm in a few bands.
Nice.
So when you write a song, you get however long you need to make that song wonderful, right? You can go test it out. If the crowd don't like it, you can just stop playing it. But it's like, once you put it out there, if you put it out on a tape, it's kind of there forever kind of thing. I like the ability of being able to sit on something a little bit and then craft it as it goes on. Because a lot of times, like when you go watch a band or your favorite artist, they never play it the way it was recorded.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's always their newer, what their favorite version of the song is.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. You know, maybe you gave me a thought. I know his name probably cuss word right now, but Kanye West, like, he was doing this a few years ago. I forgot which album it was. Was it Life of Pablo? But he kept going in and re-editing the song. So, like, you would listen to Wolves, and, like, over a period of time, that mix would be completely different. So, it's like, it's crazy almost where, I was thinking about you talking about sitting on the idea and make adjustments. Right. It's almost now where, like, you know, you can post content and still go back on specific pieces and, you know, make those adjustments. I don't know, you just maybe.
You could do that. No, that's interesting. I never thought about that.
That's crazy. It's like this living piece of artwork almost, man. It's just,
like you can give new life to it. Like, hey, I had this thought. Here's the new version of that same old thing. I think it's better now.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's It's a good and bad thing. It's weird.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It's weird. Yeah,
because it's bad if it doesn't work. Then my feelings are hurt. I'm emotional. Oh man, so I want to talk about these documentary things you've been doing.
Yeah, nice.
What's the idea behind those things? Because we watched a little bit of one a minute ago. I haven't got to sit down and actually watch it yet, but it's really well done. Is this something you thought of like on the side, just like I just want to do this for fun, or?
I mean, it's just I don't know. Well, I always had a knack for I guess the storytelling piece. So which one did y'all watch? I watched the wrestling one, or was it?
Of course,
okay,
of course.
nice. That's more of like I feel like that was a passion thing, but no, it's always just I don't know, being able to tell these stories. Like I think sometimes like a lot of like. I think telling stories is the way you like create empathy. You can change the world doing that by telling stories because you can create empathy around a topic or people or something that somebody's experiencing, and it has a way of being able to help you with connecting with other people. So it's something I feel like I did naturally, but with the series I've been doing, like the Arkansas series and different things like that, is making sure that I can try to bridge together different communities together, even in some instances be like a voice to people that don't necessarily have voices, like on more serious topics and things. So yeah, it's just something I've always been passionate about, and I feel like that's kind of like my purpose to kind of tell those stories.
Yeah.
So yeah. But every now and then I get to do like a fun one, like with the wrestling, because I just been a diehard wrestling fan. So I have to find like does it bridge communities? Yes, but the big part, I just like wrestling.
Right.
Yeah, I just like wrestling. So
Listen, 2 for you, 1 for me. That's,
yeah. It was cool. It was cool being able to tell that particular story. But no, at the end of the day, just that storytelling, man. That's how you like. I feel like it has the ability to really just unite people and kind of change things. So, yeah,
that's how we do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know you, you don't know me. Then we start trading stories.
Mm-hmm.
We understand each other a little bit better, you know? And that's how you connect. I mean, that's everything. That's being a human 100%.
Mm.
That's it. That's the original art form is storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why podcasting is the way it is.
Oh, man. Yeah,
You know?
absolutely.
It's just so big and people have no problem sitting and listening for 3 hours, 2 hours. It doesn't matter. That's all I do now. I work, I lay tiles, so I'm just like all day having conversations in my ears. I love it. Yeah.
No, it's nice, man. It's like you said with podcasts, there's just an abundance of stories, man. Whenever you feel it. Yeah, because everybody has their own stories. So it's like you never get to the point you feel like you heard it all because somebody's experience is completely different from
it also eliminates soundbite garbage.
Yeah.
Where somebody said something for 7 seconds and you're like, oh my God. And then you go look up the whole thing and you're like, well, that's so out of context.
Yeah.
And now we can hear somebody talk for who you might have not even, known. I don't know a lot of these people. I'm pretty aloof when it comes to most things except for music and kind of like the things I'm into is kind of all I focus on. But you're like, oh, that's awesome. And now I feel like I know this person a little bit better.
Yeah.
You can't hide it for that long, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You can't be like what's that, like persona where it's so boastful and like, unless that's just who you are, but I don't know nobody like that. Who you walk around all day and somebody's just like that all the time. There's no people like that.
Yeah.
It's fake. It's weird. It's gross.
Yeah.
And then the podcast, let you open up, be yourself, you know? And for a couple hours, you get to sit down, hang out, find out something. Like, that's why I love doing this so much. Arkansas creatives, we had a band in here yesterday all the way from Dallas.
Nice.
And the band they're on tour with was from Houston. We had a great time.
Oh, wow.
And now I know people there, and I hope people listen from here. It's a great band. They're great people. And that just furthers the thing, right?
Yeah.
The growth.
Wow, that's dope, man. That's so dope, man.
Also, your thing when you're talking about storytelling, I've always wanted to make a book called OurKansas.
Nice.
Where I go to every single county and just like go up to a bunch of people. Like you got to find like 20 people or something. Be like, who's interesting in this town? Because most Arkansas towns are like nothing. There's nobody there. 12 people been living there their whole life. Who's the interesting person here? And then go do like, I think me and Kurt had actually talked about like do a photo shoot. And you open a page, there's the photo shoot of this
Nice.
person, and then you get like their story.
Nice.
It'd be like a coffee table book.
Dude, y'all should so do that. That would be so dope.
So-
Cause it's just, yeah, like, man, Arkansas, like, it's just like you're saying, all those little interesting people and stories and stuff that you don't get. I mean, that you just won't get it probably passed on generationally. But y'all going around telling stories, I think it's needed, man. So that would be dope, man.
And it's cool because you can do. I mean, the state is luckily it's small. You could do one a week, one a month, and eventually it wouldn't take that long. It's only 72 counties, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Take a year even if you wanted to. Do one every week.
Man, I say y'all do it. That sounds dope, man.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of. I actually had forgotten about that. You remember that, Kurt? I think I told you about that. Really? Are you sure? I feel like I did.
It's a good idea, though. I like it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Hello.
Yeah. But just something for. I've always wanted to publish something. Are you published?
Mm-hmm.
Are you really?
Yeah, yeah.
What'd you do?
I did a photo book. Yeah.
There you go.
Yes, it was cool. Yeah, it was just it was beautiful people. I think it was probably like 2 years ago. But no, I was like
Did you self-publish?
yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah, it was just a collective of my street photos and stuff, portraits I did of people just around the state and stuff. So it was cool, man. Yeah.
Is it still for sale? You get it on
Yeah,
Amazon
yeah.
or something?
Yeah, yes, it's still available.
What's the name of it?
Beautiful People.
Beautiful. Oh, that's
yeah,
the name
yeah.
of it. Okay.
Yeah, no, and I did like the work from that. I've done a few exhibitions where the work has been on display and stuff around town. So it's cool.
Sick.
Yeah.
Some of the art places.
Yeah. So it's dope. Yeah, it was just in Conway. I think like during the art walk, like I went to go take it down last week, so it was up through the month of June. So,
Okay.
Yeah, it was cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Was
got to
there,
be
like-
a pretty good feeling. Oh.
Was there like a day making that book that just like a fucking crazy thing happened where you like look at that page in the book that you did and you're like, damn, that was a fucking crazy day.
Man, I don't know. They are, I've never thought about it that way because a lot of stuff is just so random, man. Like I used to always just keep my camera like attached to me. It's just like I guess I never thought back about the day or what puts me in some of those circumstances. Because sometimes I'm just out and I see somebody and I'm like, yo, there's something about this person. I don't know what it is, and I feel
Just
like
intuition.
I gotta capture it. So I guess if I looked at those pages, I could think back. Yeah, but now that you say that, like, I think about some of those pictures. I feel like that's a cool story, like with some of the things that happened up until there's one that actually popped in my head. As you said, it was 2 photos. There's one I took of this lady named Hermione. Man, she was beautiful, man. Like she had on like these like I guess it was like African garb type deals, man. And I was at a comedy club. Check out my guy Ronell. I don't know if y'all know Ronell.
Don't know right now.
Yeah, but
Not
I
yet.
was there checking him out and I saw her and I was like, God, man, and I gotta get a photo of her. But ended up doing like impromptu photo. I think we took like I had no lights in it, so I took my phone to kind of like light above her and all the crazy stuff. But nah, that was a cool day. That was an awesome question.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
that was a cool day, cool experience. Yeah. So,
Oh, yeah. That's what's beautiful about photography, right?
yeah.
Invoke the thing.
Yeah. And I think that's what's cool too with that book. Portraits like that. I like street portraits because a lot of times if you don't know the person from Adam,
Right.
and trying to get them in this safe space where they let their guard down and let you take that photo and try to capture who they are, and I don't know them from Adam, but trying to get something authentic and real from them.
Right.
That's always kind of it's an experience.
And what a challenge that is, too.
Yeah, but it's an experience. But it's fun, though. I mean, I enjoy it. I enjoy
Good
doing
exercise in
that.
people skills, too.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Because that's
You
a
can't
lot.
you can't just walk up and be like, let me take your fucking picture. What the fuck? Hold on.
Yeah, and then getting used to, I say like, getting used to no's. I think,
Oh, yeah.
but
Ooh.
but after you get so many no's, and what I find, I feel like I get more yeses than no's.
Isn't that something?
Which is crazy.
Kurt taught me that, actually. It's one of the most important things he ever taught me. The power of the ask is crazy.
Nice.
And I think most people actually say yes. I think we've had more yeses ever than no's. Because we don't ask a whole lot, but when we do, it's like, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It blows my mind every time. I'm not used. I was raised never. I didn't ask for nothing. Poor. Just always kind of just working hard, trying to earn my own way, and then you just every now and then you got to rely on the people around you, and they come through like 100% almost. It's crazy.
That's what's up. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yeah.
Photography is wild. I used to think I wanted to be a photographer.
Why you stop? I mean, you still can. Why?
Well, I think I got into the wrong thing. I started like, well, I could do this for this. So immediately, you shoot some weddings. It was the worst idea in the world. I don't think I was bad at it, but good Lord.
Dude, weddings just suck, man. So, to be fair, it's terrible, dude.
I know the money is like crazy, but
dude,
it wasn't even it was never the bride and the groom in my circumstances. It was always other people. Like, damn. Dude, yes. Or mom, or what. It was always, and I don't know, always on the bride's side.
Dude,
I know they just want the day to be perfect, but shit.
Man, it's not worth it. Like, I did that.
It's not.
Dude, I did that for years,
Kurt should do weddings, though.
Really? Oh, so you did?
I hate it, but I need money.
Did you do the video or the photo?
Photos.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. I don't know which is worse.
Kurt's a beast with the lens.
Dude, nice.
Yeah.
The photo aspect of a wedding sucks because you're almost like a planner, depending on what it is. Because you gotta, like, you really, like, it's like herding cats. Because you almost, it really is. Because
that's a good analogy for that.
you're trying to tell people where to be at, and then it's like, it's so contingent on whether you have, like, if there's a planner there, and if they're good or bad. If you have a terrible planner, then your day is gonna be shit, like,
And
off
if you don't
top.
make sure you get those photos, they're gonna be yelling at you on the
Oh, dude.
God,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, nah.
I got 1,100 photos. Why didn't you take this one? What the
man.
fuck?
Yeah, nah, it's terrible. I did wedding videos for a while, and it wasn't as bad, but it was still bad because this is back before like Ronins and all that other stuff with more stand. So I would be at the weddings with like I think I was using the big Ronin in the M series, the huge.
Wow.
So I would have that. I'd have a tripod and a slider, and you still carrying all this crap from one location. Dude, it was terrible. It was miserable, man.
I got a theory on that one. I got a theory on that. Why the video is it's always easier for video because they don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks they're a photographer.
I don't know.
Anybody with a cell phone in their hand. I did one time. One of the big times when I was like, all right, I really don't want to do this anymore. I did a wedding, and Kurt. I mean, I know you know. I do the wedding. I did it pro bono. Some friends.
Man.
Hold on. It gets so much worse. It was okay. It was outside. Summertime outdoor wedding. I give them the pictures. I worked really hard on them. And then this was in the early Instagram days, and they threw filters on top of the pictures I took and like gave them. And I was like, I might kill my friend. I might physically hurt this person. Dude. Like, and it wasn't even the good ones. What is it? Sepia? Sepia? Yes.
Man.
On top of a black and white photo. Threw a sepia filter on a black and white photo. I was like, I don't want to be here anymore.
Dude, that's really like the most disrespectful thing you could do to a photographer. Cause and people don't understand that until you have to. The way I start explaining it, that's like asking me to paint something for you, and then you going and pissing on it afterwards, or you go do something different. You go smear paint on it. You change my work, and then you share it. I'm sorry. I felt for you. I'm getting angry for you.
No, it was
Here's the thing.
wild.
Specific look you want as the client, tell me that up front.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I like how this filter looks. Tell me that, and I'm going to edit it to be similar to that because you're the client. Like, that's what you want.
Right.
But, like,
Also, if it's sepia, I'm immediately thinking old school poses. I'll pose different. I'll shoot different. We're going feet up on these photos because that's what you want.
And I think
this is a saloon.
I think that's like insult. The sepia, that's like the insult to injury. Because I feel like that's like the Comic Sans of filters, man. It's just, I don't know.
It only exists because that's the way photos used to come out. Based
man.
on the technology we had. They were only that colored because that's as good as we could get them. And now we're just like, let's copy the old look. No, don't. It's bad.
Oh man, so you don't shoot at all? No, that was. I
really don't. I fell in love with doing video stuff. We have this Sony S2, right?
Oh, nice.
And there's a particular lens I don't have yet, but I got to shoot it. Kurt, we went to this fest called Furnace Fest.
Oh, sweet.
And I always do. I do like shooting videos. We do a lot of like skits for like band promos and stuff for shows. We do a lot of funny, just like whatever. It's really silly. It's just goofy stuff. We're all goofballs. But put that lens on. Kurt was like, "Hey, walk around." Dude, I was gone for like an hour and a half just at night. I was just like filming people like packing up. I was out there. Everyone's already gone. I'm just like, oh. And I was like, it kind of like rekindled. I think about it all the time. I have the lens bookmarked in my Amazon. I'm like, as soon as I get my house paid off, this is mine.
Nice.
Because, lenses are freaking crazy expensive. My God.
Yeah, they're not cheap. Not cheap at all.
So as a 17th hobby, it kind of has to be like over here. But every now and then, I can convince Kurt to like come and help me shoot something. If it's a good enough idea, if we think it's like actually viable.
They're usually pretty good ideas.
They're not terrible. And then every now and then, he's like, "We should shoot it like this," and I'm like, "Why?" And then we get mad at each other, and then he like, "Fine, I'm leaving," and then I'll be like, "All right, we'll shoot it," and then we shoot it. I'm like, "You were right."
Nice.
But that's just us being longtime friends.
That's what's up.
And shooting. None of it's serious. We have this guy.
Pretty serious to me, Corey.
We have a guy. He's addicted to concert tickets. So our guitar player, he plays this like addict, but his addiction is going to concerts, right? So if you have a concert to promote, he's like, his tagline is tickets. He just screams it. Tickets, and then he'll like tackle you, right?
Oh,
and then just steal them all off the ground or something, or we did a horror themed one in a warehouse one time where he was like stalking two guys who just left band practice. So it's like stuff like that. So it's nothing serious at all.
I'll post this online.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude, I gotta check this out.
None of the works I'm responsible for are worth anything other than a chuckle, but yeah, I'm not doing anything like meaningful like you are.
Nah,
like
dude,
anything
that's cool,
powerful.
man. No, I think that is meaningful. I'm sorry, man. It is meaningful, man. If you make somebody smile or somebody get somebody entertain, make somebody feel good, that's meaningful, man.
Yeah, that's fair. It's an emotion.
Yeah.
I just think like my whole thing, like it was at least with like watching things, is life is already crazy enough for most of us. I just tend to dip into comedy almost 100%.
Nice.
Stay silly.
Nice.
It's like you turn on the news and you're like, oh, sick.
Oh man.
The whole world's on fire.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Turn that off.
It's much needed, especially like you said right now. It's needed, man. People need a little levity so you can smile and be happy. Yeah, it's cool, man.
Be happy.
Yeah.
Go outside, make friends with people for real in real life.
Yeah, man. That's hard to do these days, man. I feel like you made me think about that other point talking about the kids with the phones and stuff earlier, man. It's just like people just you live through your phone. You don't get outside and meet people like that.
I find myself. I mean, I'm a busy man. I'm always doing stuff, and even I'll still look at like how it tells you how long you've been on the phone or whatever. And I feel like I'm never on my phone, and then I look and I'm like, how? How did I do that? And I try and try and try. It's just, they're so addictive.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. They've got us just wrapped up in the thing.
Yeah.
I have a 3-year plan.
Oh, man.
I have a 3-year plan to try to just completely, just not even have like a smartphone anymore.
Oh, man. You think you could do it? Like get away with like not having
I think if everything works out the way I want to, I won't need it. So I think I would be able to.
Okay. Man, that's tough.
I like the idea of the phone. Remember the original iPhone? It was never better because it had Safari, and it didn't have an app store. There was no social media unless you went to like .com, right? And then it was clunky and it sucked, so you really kind of just didn't do it. And then you had like the phone, a simple camera, and a text message and maps.
Man, that's all you need.
That's all you need, and they make phones like that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of probably my goal. Like I want to I'm gonna go through one more cycle of these damn things. Because I know we're busy. We're trying to pump the podcast up. Like, we're doing all this stuff. Like, we're in a fucking giant building right now. We're trying to, like, elevate. So you have to be connected to elevate. And I'm hoping we can do that. And then I can just be like, fuck this damn thing. Because our goal isn't to be, like, I'm not trying to, like, play in the big leagues of podcasting. I would just like it to afford itself. So where it's like, this is the greatest hobby I have where it doesn't actually cost me anything other than the time I want to give to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure you can understand that for sure.
No, man, it's cool, man. It's a lot though. It can be a lot. But that phone thing is tough, man. It's like I feel like I'm so tied into it, like with work and other stuff. I feel like I don't know what would happen if I didn't. I shouldn't say that out loud, but that would be tough, man. Putting that thing away for an extended period of time, man. Yeah.
Everybody I know that has successfully done it loves it.
Oh man,
They
I bet
all
it's peaceful.
love it. They go out. They don't message folks. They go out, and then if there's people there, they talk to those people.
Yeah.
Or they'll call a friend and like, remember you used to text your buddy and be like, hey, Tuesday night, tacos, my house. You know, we're not doing that anymore.
No, not at all, man. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's, I don't know. I know it's probably just some midlife crisis shit, you know, but I do really want to try to get back to that. I like this. I've never met you in my life. This is way funner than whatever that is.
Yeah.
I'd rather do this every day, make a new friend every single day out in the real world. And I know this is for the internet. I'm being a little hypocritical right now, like 100%. I get it. But I would still listen to podcasting. Podcasting has been around long before. I mean, they were on the original iPods, the little app, you know. I didn't even know what a podcast was. And I used to make fun of talk radio, and now I'm just an old fart who loves basically talk radio.
Oh man, it's good stuff, man.
Sorry, I'm rambling.
No, it's good, man. It's good stuff, man.
When you like started getting into like doing videos and different stuff like that, did you see yourself doing documentary type stuff, or did you like kind of see more of like were you trying to do real life storytelling or creative storytelling,
Dude,
where
like,
you're doing more like feature type stuff?
You know, like honestly, this was not the plan at all. Like I know people. I feel like it was so long ago, but I actually did music like seriously for a really long time, man. Like and just like with music, period. Like I played.
What were you doing?
So I did hip hop down here, hip hop, and like I played saxophone from the time I was like 4th grade all the way up, and then I started playing harmonica. Like was it 2008ish, 2009? I started playing harmonica.
Harmonica rules.
Yeah,
very underrated instrument.
Man, that's my jam. And I grew up with music. My dad was a musician, all that stuff around here, but I actually got into camera stuff because I wanted to shoot my own music videos because it was so expensive. So and I got really good at shooting music videos and stuff. So and then that just kind of evolved when I would meet different people and stuff, and ended up doing commercial work, then doing weddings, and then ended up interning at marketing agencies and stuff, and learning how to do the commercial stuff, and it kind of evolved into this thing. So so to answer your question, no, I did not see that at all. I just wanted to make cool looking rap videos. So and here I am doing documentaries. That was not part of the plan.
What a wild turn. Yeah, that's great. That's a good journey, man.
Man, that was not. That went all the way around. I was like, shit. Yeah.
But you just trusted your gut and went, this feels like a good decision. I'm gonna go over here and do this for a little bit.
Yeah. No, like, cause I was all in, like, the music thing. I was, like, seriously all in, like, playing, like, venues and stuff around here. It got to the point I was on, I don't know if you ever heard of Angela Yee or any of the Shade 40, Shade, what was it?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but I was on her, like, show. She had, like, I was on her show. I had stuff that was, like, on MTV's website back then. It, like, Sway from MTV and just
Sway, I know. Yeah.
Yes, no. It was just, like, and it was the very first hip-hop showcase down here. I won that. Ended up placing the Time Showcase a few times. But, that's what I did,
Yeah, you were in it.
So this just, I don't know. It was I ended up pivoting a little bit. So, and this, I was like, I can help way more people with this, and this appears to be something that's like, I don't know. Have you ever heard of Ikigai? I'm rambling now.
No, I get it. I do it all the time, man.
Have you ever heard of Ikigai?
Ikigai?
Ikigai. So check it out. It's I don't quote me. I know I'm destroying stuff. I'm good for misquoting and destroying stuff.
This is our whole podcast. It's all we do is fuck up all the information we're trying to get out.
No, but I was like, it's like I don't know if it's Japanese philosophy, but there's a philosophy that if you follow that, it'll teach you about like how to find what you're supposed to do in life, and it asks you these 4 questions: what are you good at? How can you make money? Does it help other people? And I can't remember the other one. And I was like, what is it that I can do that checks off all 4 of these different check boxes? And I was like, dude, what I'm doing with this camera is something that's meaningful to me. It's doing purposeful work that can create change in the community. I'm able to support myself, sustain myself financially from doing it,
which is huge, man.
Yeah, and it's like I'm good at it. Like I feel like I'm exceptionally good at it. And I can't remember the other thing, but I'm good at it. I marked that too. And I was like, okay, this is purpose thing, and I started just like realigning. Like the storytelling aspect is the thing I feel like is going to help more people ultimately. But the music, I still practice my licks and stuff.
Sure.
Out. But no, that's the thing I feel like I can say I'm put here to do, like undoubtedly.
It seems to be working. It seems like the universe is, you're correct, because it's working for you.
Yeah. So,
I believe in that stuff, man. The universe is going to let you know if it's the right thing or not.
It will, man. Like, you can wheel stuff. It's crazy how stuff works, because you can wheel stuff. Like, I don't know. I think, you can wheel stuff if you want to do it in your hearts, and your heart's in it. I feel like you can wheel things, but sometimes it's like, you just know, man, when stuff works, the stars kind of align a certain way,
I do. I guess you're born with the creative mind. I was always into tinkering and things. I always thought, even my parents thought I'd be like an engineer or something, like create stuff, but like on a bigger scale. But then when I found guitar, no, it was drums. No, it was guitar. I had guitar first, then I did drums. Then I went back to guitar because couldn't figure out the drums good. Now I play like 5 instruments.
Nice.
But, yeah, man, and like music, it's in my soul.
Mm-hmm.
And it never got to where it was like a career per se, but it's not that it also couldn't have been. Just life, things happen. Like, I could easily have gone and been a tech. I still could. I mean, I have all those connections. I'm deep in some of the roots in the music industry to like where you can go. Like, I have a friend of mine on tour right now in Europe.
Nice.
I could easily just call him and be like, hey, who's got a thing? He's so connected. But, life sometimes dictates other things, and you have to just listen. It's like, if I could go do that. My wife is awesome. She would be okay with me going, but that's rough. You're always gone. It's like, I can't do that to her. So it's one of those things where I still get to do that, though. It took a while, man. It was like one of those things as an adult, how you get older, you start wrestling with certain aspects of life. Maybe something didn't work out quite the way you thought it was going to. You just kind of have to justify it in your own mind. I guess it's really what I was doing. But to be fair, all I ever wanted to do was play music. Well, fuck, I do that. I do it all the time.
Yeah.
I do it every week, multiple times a week with my best friends. That's pretty badass. I have a decent enough life where I can do that. It might not be on the road, and it might not be like what I thought I was going to be when I was, 18 years old. But it is still that. I'm still doing what I wanted to do. It's just not what pays my bills, and I don't even have that many bills. So, like, it's pretty great.
That's a win. Man, I'm trying to think.
It's a win.
I can't remember. I read a book. Man, I cannot remember the name of it, but this artist, she was talking about, well, she was a writer, but she was talking about, she finally got to the point where, like, her books and stuff were paying for her living and stuff, but she said the idea of writing while not working, like, completely stresses. She said that she was completely stressed out by the idea. And you think about it, though, like, I don't know, I think, like, with music or something, it probably makes it tougher to do, thinking about, like, can you really tap into that creativity if that's what you have to depend on with paying the bills and doing all the other stuff? It doesn't take away from the creative process, but it's tough, man.
I think you can prove it in some people. Always when somebody gets the bag or whatever you want to call it, when the money comes, the art suffers. It's almost 100%. Like, that's why it's like, you look back at some of the greats, whatever industry you love, whatever genre you love. For me, it's like classic rock. That's one of my all-time favorites. Like, Led Zeppelin's up there for me. All that old, like, 70s and backwards, I just love it. The best things were written by children.
Man.
All those people, your favorite artists of any genre, were 25 and below.
Oh,
sometimes, like, even especially the early days, those were like, all those guys touring around were like 18,
Yeah.
19 years old. And they wrote these songs that still to this day you hear them and it just, my God, it just moves you. Yeah. It's unbelievable. I don't know that without that burn, that desire to have more in a life or to like to escape that thing. I think you do need a little. I don't think you need to struggle all the time. I'm not saying everybody should be like down in the dumps, but I do think it adds something. It adds a grit. Like when you know, Etta James, like At Last. That's one of my favorite songs of all time. You listen to that song and you can hear something in that song, not just the words and stuff, but like you can hear like At Last, right? Like, oh, God, it finally happened. But if she already had all those things, I don't think that song comes out the same.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if like older, I just don't think you can do, like it's not going to hit the same. It can be the same song, but I think there is something to the person and the energy that's conveyed through all these little microphones and stuff. I really do think part of you transfers, especially with the old analog gear. I think digitally it actually kind of disrupts that a little bit. I know I'm being woo-woo right now, I really feel there's a connection to all that stuff.
Yeah.
And that's why when you hear it as an older person, a younger person, it connects and it just does something.
Yeah.
You feel that for real. It's not made up. That's a real thing you're feeling. I don't think it's just a coincidence that it's like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a coincidence that all the best stuff is done by younger generations because they're so hungry and maybe knocked down, and all your best guys came from nothing. All of them. There's a couple outliers you can point to and be like, well, this guy was a fucking million. Like, okay, that's one motherfucker out of 10 billion. Okay, that don't count. That's not what I'm saying. But I really do, especially when it's too much. I mean, we can say it again. You know, you brought up Kanye earlier. Look at what the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And
Kanye's crazy, but goddamn, he's a production genius.
Yeah,
but awesome. We all know that. We all agree on that.
Yeah.
But he did all that
youngest
hustling, and he was young as fuck, and he was hungry as fuck. Clearly unchecked mental disorder going on, but you don't get that shit without that shit.
Some of the struggle. Yeah.
Yes. Like I think it's a universal truth. You know how there's like universal truths you just can't deny, like physics and stuff.
I agree. I was watching.
Sorry, I went on a whole thing.
No.
I get really passionate about the conveyance through these means of your art form and things like that.
It's solid. Have you ever seen Crossroads before with Ralph Macchio? Oh, dude.
Oh yes. What you see playing the guitar? Yes, yeah, absolutely.
You remember
Steve Vai?
Steve Vai the dude. But you remember that one scene where Willie Brown, he's like giving him shit about blues. The whole he's like, man, you don't know nothing about no blues. You ain't paid your dues. You hadn't experienced the heartbreak or whatnot. But it went to the, like, spoiler, the chick leaves.
Spoiler, the movie's old as hell.
Yeah, but man, it's crazy. A lot of people still have not seen this movie.
Well, Ralph Macchio, after Karate Kid, it kind of, he didn't have like the
but
best.
It's with Karate Kid.
I know, he's back, but it's with Karate Kid. Yeah.
There's a lot of people have not seen this movie, and I love that film.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, but he was, what was he saying? He told the kid you ain't got no mileage.
Right.
You know, so I think it is, you got to pay dues, and there is something about creating from that space. Lack, it can be good to create from that lack or that struggle when you're young, trying to create that. So I agree with you. Yeah,
and on an older guy telling you don't know that if you know as good as if we all know, that'll piss you off, especially when you are creative. You're like, oh, I can't watch this old timer, like all I ever wanted to do when I grew up is make sure I'm not that guy. I want to tell some young kid they can't do something, even though that might be detrimental.
Yeah.
But it's like I had to tell a lot of people get the fuck out of my way. Man. So I didn't want to be the guy that was mean. Like I had people that were mean to me.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I had to go around a lot of ways, not giving chances. I mean, I think we all do.
Yeah.
You want to get into something and you're not in the club. You have to get a part of that.
You gotta make it, man.
And sometimes you got to show them from the outside that you're a force. Make yourself a force.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Like, even if we all started at zero, right? I didn't know how to play the fucking guitar when I picked it up the first time, right?
Yeah.
And then pan 3 years later, I'm like, oh, we can't play your venue? Fuck you. Watch this. We'll go make our own damn venue, and we go rent a stage, and 500 people show up because we did all the work.
Yeah.
And I keep a newspaper clipping of it because it was one of my proudest things. I'm still so proud of it. We did our first concert series, and a lot of it was based on nobody would give us the time of day. There was a couple people. I'm not shitting on those people. They know who they are. We had a couple people say, but you can't do that all the time, right? So you got to break into all the new stuff.
Just made your own way.
Just made your own way.
That's what's up. Yeah. That's what's up. Nah, but yeah, to that other point, I think you were talking about like being able. That's cool. How you were talking about you're able to play music on your own terms with your folks, with your friends every week. I think that's success. You know, in a lot of ways, a lot of times people think about music. They always think that you got to be playing shows like doing stadium shows that equates success, and that's not. By any means, if you get to do something that you love to do on your terms, you won the game, man. Because
you're able to, right?
Yeah. A few weeks ago, it was my brother's birthday, and my dad, his birthday is up, and we were at Whitewater. He was playing or whatnot, and I got a chance to hop up there on stage, play with my dad and my brother, and to me, like that music is always like it's like Man, do you know Ricky D?
Name sounds really
Texas
familiar.
Ricky D.
I think I do.
So that's my dad. If you go to Whitewater, his picture is plastered on the wall.
I think I do know. Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, but no.
You think he'd come on the podcast? No.
Man, you can ask him, man. You can ask. You can see.
That's a no.
Man, that dude. I don't know, man. He does his own thing.
He does his own thing. I love it. I love it.
But no, it's just that thing, like being able to just, like, I feel like you and I on that vibe where that music thing is like, it's in you. It's just what you do. So being able to do it on your own terms, I think means so much, man. You can go vibe with your friends and connect. It's like you have a conversation with your
I always
folks
say it. I always say it's like music is what I do for my life.
Yeah.
And tile is what I do for my bills.
Nice. Yeah.
I separate those two completely because I don't like this live to work thing or work to live, whatever it is. Like I don't want that to just be who I am. I don't even want to do it. It started out as a summer job, and then it became a career. I was never supposed to do that because in my mind, I was supposed to be a rock star by now. We're not even supposed to be here. But life happens, things happen, and so. But I still every 2-3 times a week I get to go hang out with my best friends and do things that are really awesome.
That's dope, man.
Yeah,
that's dope. Nah, man, I like that quote you said. What is it? You don't want to work to live type thing. What is it that I can't? I'm messing up.
I never remember which way it goes. Yeah, live to work and work to live. Do you know what it is, Maddie? You've heard it though, right? Yeah. I think everyone knows what we're talking about.
That's so real, man. But I feel like I've been thinking about. Well, I'm rambling now. I'm bad about rambling. I ramble.
You fit
so
in
bad.
perfect.
Oh, nice.
We're so. I'll be talking about whatever and then be like, this water's delicious and completely forget everything I said.
Oh, man. I'm bad. I ramble so bad. But, no, yeah, man, I'm probably trying to get on my girlfriend. Like, she always gets on me because I just wake up first thing in the morning ranting and rambling. She like, dude, it's too early. Pump the brakes. But, nah, just the whole, so many people are so fixated in this rat race thing right now, man. Like, and it's just, that ain't how you're supposed to live life, man. Like, you just, I don't know, and it's like, to what end? You work all the time, and even if you do accrue this money, what do you do with it if you didn't work so bad that you're not mentally healthy, you're not healthy where you can enjoy I don't think that's how life's supposed to be lived, is rat race.
If it makes you feel that mental healthy is what it is, because, like, I think even if because we all have to live, right?
Yeah.
We all got to eat food. And this is just the society we live in. So you got to make do somehow, whether it's cutting lawns or digging ditches or you're an executive at some firm. Some people live better than others. That's what it is. But you have to find your happy too. If that accountant job don't make you happy, you can't just come home and not have anything.
Yeah.
That's how your soul dies.
Yeah.
You see people walk around, they're just dead behind the eyes. They're already dead.
Man.
Like, that soul death is worse than physical death, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I want to be alive while I'm in this motherfucker, not just walking through this bitch waiting for the end. I want to see the end and be like, damn, what a ride.
Man.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Can I add on to this?
Sure.
Yeah.
A sappy off-camera thing.
Sure.
Yesterday was June 28th, right?
Sure.
1 year since we did Art Goes Pop, the Crashcast thing.
Oh, nice.
Which was my first show I ever played in my life.
Hell yeah.
I spent 5 years making an album before that in the most depressed state I've ever been in my life. Like, losing grip on, like, wanting to be alive, anything like that.
Yeah.
But just in this last year alone of playing shows and meeting everybody and having new friends, and now I got I Dream and Cellophane too, where I'm playing shows with even more friends and just having a good time, has totally changed my perspective in a lot of ways.
Right.
And it is like, I don't know, just in the last year of how much growth I've had as a person and getting to do all this shit has been like absolutely life-changing, and it's crazy that it's all happened with, well, I mean, I spent all that time in my basement making the album,
Sure.
but since the year of Christian playing with me and getting to do it all and meeting everybody, I don't know, it does help a lot to like bring you out of bad places to have an outlet like that.
Yeah. Find your happy, man. You have to. You have to. I'd tell it to everyone. That's a wonderful story, Manny. Happy 1 year anniversary, dude.
Thanks,
That's
buddy. You saw
badass.
it. You were there.
I was there.
Yeah.
And now we're here doing this.
Yeah.
Funny what can
That's
happen
what
in
I'm
a
saying.
year, right?
Like, yeah.
It's just things change so. That's why I always tell people, like, you know, the end is, don't choose the end, man. There's always another beginning right around the corner. You never know what the fuck's gonna happen. You really don't.
Man.
Life can be a real son of a bitch. We all go through it. You know, I'm sure you've had your struggles.
Mm-hmm.
For sure you have.
Mm-hmm.
But look at us now. Like
Yeah.
right here in this moment. This is pretty damn good.
Man, what is it? What's the quote? What is it? What did they say? It'll all be okay in the end. And if it's not, what is it? It'll all be okay in the end. And if it's not okay, wow, I'm messing that quote up. You know what? You just got me on video destroying
I
a
kind of
quote.
see where you're going with it, though.
I can't
Fuck those quotes. They don't need to be
Yeah,
right.
forget it. Yeah, whatever.
I can kind of see it, though. If it's not, I mean, if it's not, oh, well,
Yeah, man.
you made it.
Yeah, I didn't even drink anything, and I can't get that. Damn. It's all good.
It's my aura. I I just make people stupider for being around me.
We'll just make our own quotes. Just do cool shit happens.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, I feel like I was going somewhere. I don't know what just happened.
If it's-
yeah.
If you,
They're saying it'll all be okay in the end. So remember that if it's not okay, it's not the end. Is that it?
That sounds right.
Hey, that sounds
that
good.
sounds,
Hey,
that
I'll
sounds
take it.
profound as fuck.
we got there.
I'll take it.
I was about to add something really stupid to the end of that, and then I think you got it.
So you said you
It's
got
not the end.
started with commercial work.
Yeah, dude.
How do you like even? How did that even like? Did you stumble into that or?
Man, so I was doing the weddings for a really long time, and it was crazy. I was working at Apple. I worked at Apple for a while.
okay.
So while I was
You still
there,
get the discount? We need
man,
a new Mac.
I wish, dude, I missed that discount.
I bet you do.
Man, nah, but while I was working there, I was doing like part-time stuff there, and there was a bunch of guys that went to school for film and were doing things. So they got me patched into weddings, and from weddings, I think one of the guys broke off and started working at a marketing agency. So then I was like, okay, let me go over here. So I started interning over there, and then ended up working there, and then figured out how to do all the stuff. So next thing I know, I'm like on commercials and stuff with them, and like helping them like carry the seat stands and set up.
So
and
you're
then
kind of
just
starting
learn how
as
to do
like
it.
a grip.
Yeah,
kind
and
of
then
like-
just learned everything. Yeah, so just learned
That's the
it.
best
and then
way.
just,
Ground
man,
up.
Yeah, because it's like, man, it's crazy when I tell people about stuff now. It's like, they be like, how'd you get into it? Did you go to school? I was like, I took like 2 film classes and I dropped one of them.
Yeah.
But the rest is just going out there and doing it, and building up that portfolio.
Working on
So,
a
yeah.
production's gonna get you a lot more than most schools. I
Yeah.
feel like.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's like every time, because where you go, they're not doing the same thing, right? It's not the same way they learn, so now you have to relearn all of it anyway and do it their way. It's like you have school is good for the general idea,
Yeah.
and then you hone all your skills live anyway. So if you can get in there without the school, get the fuck in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big proponent of that, man. Just go get your hands dirty. If you want to be a filmmaker, go on movie sets, get some roll of gaff tape, and get to work.
Yeah, yeah. My son, he's in school right now for design. And I'm like, dude, don't depend on them to teach you stuff. It's on you. Get out. You gotta start doing design and stuff on your own. Take in these tutorials and start learning that stuff on your own. Because the school is not gonna tell you everything, you know. So you got to just jump out there and start putting stuff together.
One, you know as well as I do with design work specifically, you can design what people ask you for, but if you want to be really good, you have to be a commodity. So your style is something they want to seek out. And there's only one way to get your style, and that's to do just a bunch of it.
Got to do the work.
Got to find yourself in it.
Got to do the work. Yeah, so yeah. But it was cool, that commercial thing. Dove into that. So it was like, man.
That's pretty cool. Anything that we would know that you worked on?
Dude,
like a sun-kissed ad or something?
Like I've done, have you ever heard of Spartan mowers? Or
yeah, hell yeah. Oh, those things are badass.
Yeah, so they're like the Batmobile of
They really are, yeah.
So I know the guy that designed, he made Bad Boy mowers, and then he did Spartan. So I was in their marketing department for like 2 years. So like,
hell yeah.
Yeah, so like a lot of the billboards and stuff I feel like a lot of them are still up. But I would do the photos that are on the billboards. I would shoot like a lot of videos they run on social media, and that a lot of the dealers would actually run like on TV and stuff in there. So it's a lot of different stuff. I've done some boring bank stuff. So,
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
The normal everyday corporate things.
Yeah, a lot of stuff for Arkansas Children's Hospital.
A couple lawyers probably.
Yeah. No, I hadn't done I hadn't done any lawyer stuff, so that's cool. Yeah, just stuff at Energy. So yeah, just different little things around town. But that's, I don't know, it's like watching paint dry, a lot of that stuff sometimes. Some projects are better than others, but commercial work is commercial work.
It's what it is.
Yeah.
You do that to do the cool little the documentary things you want
to
do.
Yeah. So
but cool, it is like it's like you teach guitar, but you also get to go on tour every now and then. And,
yeah.
You can have the best of both worlds.
Yeah, it's cool, man. That's why I say like it's you gotta have your me projects, and then you do the other stuff, man.
Two for you, cool. One for me. You have to, right?
Yeah. But it's cool though, cause I feel like I learn a lot, and I feel like it helps me with the other stuff that I do, just because of the network and people you end up running to while you're doing the stuff. So it's
networking.
Cool,
oh my God, how important of a topic.
Yeah.
It's everything,
man.
I always tell young bands coming in who are serious about everything, I'm like, dude, I don't know, but I'll tell you the best thing I ever did was get a job working at a venue.
Man. Oh, dude, you meet everybody, man.
Everybody. Or just be a fly on the wall, a venue rat. I was a venue rat.
Man.
I used to go and just be there, and then I decided, well, maybe I should just start working shows too. So it kind of like evolved.
Where do y'all play? I'm sorry, man. Y'all play different spots around town, or just y'all hang out?
In the 90s, when I started, early 2000s, it was lots of places to play. It's kind of dwindled down to basically two, which is unfortunate. There's a third and a fourth option, don't get me wrong, but one room's too damn big, and the other room is not really designed for the kind of music I play. So it's like you can get a crowd there, and it's a great room. I love the room, but it's kind of like, well, if we do play there, it's probably not going to be like the best crowd. It's kind of a weird setup. It's made for more sitting,
Yeah.
And we play heavy music, so nice. It's more like crazy in your face.
Yeah, I know
Ted Gillum?
Yeah. That's my guy, man.
Absolutely.
The coolest dude ever, man. yeah, dude, I love that dude, man.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
He is awesome.
Yeah.
I was actually, he's in that photo right there on the wall.
What? Get out of here. Oh, yeah, man. That's my bro. He's so cool, man. Yeah.
Yeah, he plays in some great bands. I've played, I don't know if we've ever played a show together, but we've been to a billion shows at the same time together, for sure.
Yeah.
Vino's, of course.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Vino's.
Yeah.
I wish it's one of these things where now the economy's in such a way where you almost need something else, and then you can have like a venue on the side of that business, because there's a standalone venue, unless it's like something as big as the hall over there, it kind of can't function.
Man.
They have big support behind them. A little bitty venue, you're never gonna. Basically, you'd have to have some dude who lives in Arkansas who loves music to a point where he was like, I'll just fund a venue, like where it won't.
Yeah.
He'll never see the zeros change in his bank account.
Yeah.
But
that could be tough. I can see that being tough.
I've thought about ways, like I'm a huge proponent of live music, especially local live music. I love local artists of all kinds. I love all the genres of all kinds, especially because it's people trying, And I've thought of so many ways of like, man, how can we do this? But it's us doing it. And it's just like such a hard question.
Yeah.
You know? Something that's for the people, by the people kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Very hard.
Man.
Very hard.
Yeah. I can see it being
I think about it all the time. I think if this podcast ever did anything, you know, of note, that would be something to put our name behind. If we could generate money that would fund something like that, where it's basically an open calendar. You make a phone call, you get a show.
That's needed, especially for these younger bands and stuff, guys
or
playing.
Anyone,
like,
any solo act, any guy with an acoustic guitar who doesn't know where he fits in. Like that's a great room to, like, well, you say cut your teeth.
Yeah.
And even bigger bands, it's like, well, here's a professional room, and now you can come and watch these bands and see how they do it, pick their brain.
Yeah.
That's what I used to do.
Create a community.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
Of all types. See, I like a mixed genre show. I don't want to see the same 5 bands in a row.
Yeah.
You know, the same genre. But some of my favorite things are like, there's a poet or even a hip hop guy. Our album release show, we had a lo-fi DJ. We didn't have another band.
Nice.
And in between, we would play like 2 songs, and then he would play a song, and we built him his own stage out in the middle of the floor. And so he had his own light show and everything. So it was like this
nice.
like tennis. So we're playing this crazy big, we're hanging from the ceiling, and then it just goes into this lo-fi DJ. His name's Corden Jocks. I don't know if you know who that is.
Does he wear glasses?
He does.
I know you talking about. Got the cool cut, like hot top
Very
fade.
cool cut.
Yeah, I know exactly.
He is one well-dressed fella.
Yeah, it's a cool dude, man.
He's awesome.
Nice.
And his music is always. He was one of the first. He was on the early days when I did this out of my master bedroom in my home.
Nice.
Like 7 years ago.
Nice.
Yeah. He's up there for me. I love that guy.
That's cool,
Yeah.
man. That seems like a cool show when you got that kind of variety. So it's not like the same thing over and over. And then it's probably mixing the crowds and everything together, which is dope,
and that's
man.
the thing, again, like with your storytelling.
Yeah.
Now we're all in the same room.
Yeah.
We know we at least like this. Like, there you go.
There you go.
That's a springboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. That would be dope, man. Yeah. That's needed. I feel like that's needed down here.
Yeah, dude. Music is a binder, like a molecule binder.
Yeah. What do people say? Is it what are the things that are universal? Is it math and music?
Yes.
Like,
yep.
All across the world. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
You can play a song in any language, and if the beat's right and it connects to you, you'll see somebody tapping their foot and they don't have a clue what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
I think that's why the beat has overtaken the lyric.
Man, I can see it. Yeah.
But that's true of today's music for sure.
Man.
The lyrics are about literally nothing.
Ain't nobody writing nothing.
Nothing,
man.
dude. As an older man, I fucking hate this new music because I'm a lyrics guy. I love being attached to a meaning, and I cannot do it.
I was laughing, man. I don't know. I was real big hip hop head, man. But it's like R.I.P. to the third verse. Nobody does 3/16s.
17
anymore.
choruses, bro.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
It's crazy, man. No, yeah. The
You're lucky if
is
you get a
short.
second verse these days.
Yeah, it's just over with like that, man. It's insane.
Minute and a half songs. Just in. You get the opening beat. You get that verse, and then maybe if there's a guess, which everything's a feature, you'll get that second half of that first verse, and it'll go into the chorus, and then boom, bridge, chorus, out.
I probably shouldn't need to tell this story. My friend, ran the studio, and he said he had a client in. The client brought his homeboy in, and I guess he had been in jail for a while. But when he got out, he had all these songs to record, and he wrote everything like in a 3/16 structure. So when he was recording this stuff, he was like, man, the song over, that's a good. He was like, but I still got more verses. Like, save it, use it for something else, man. These songs are so short now, and the song structure has changed so much. I don't know. I just feel like with the writing, man, that was like, I don't know, but I'm being old school.
Me too.
Just with writing,
I'm right there with you. I agree.
Dude, it was such a process. Like, you would have to spend so much time, like, formulating, like, your words and what you're saying and all that. But I don't know.
And the cohesion of them, too, because you can't just go off and make, like, the third verse. You can't make that about just whatever now. Like, a song has to be cohesive. The beat's got to be cohesive, and you want to make sure everything melds together.
Man.
Melodies you got to add in. You got to think about all that shit.
Yeah, it's a place for. I am starting to acknowledge that like I like a lot of the new stuff, but it's just a certain point where I'm like, all right, that's probably not gonna be for me, but it's still good. It's beyond my understanding. I think sometimes.
I always have to say I respect it all.
Yeah.
Even if I'm shitting on it, I have mad respect for anyone doing the thing.
Yeah, it's just different. It's just different,
and it's not for me.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
Man, I was listening to Tupac stuff, and man, those songs were like 5 and 6 minutes. That is not the case anymore.
Oh my God. With real instruments too.
Yeah,
they don't do that shit anymore.
Dude, nah, it's no way. Everything's just compact, short. But I guess that's testament of our time. Like you think about
clips.
Internet stuff, attention span. You got 30, 60 seconds.
And they say, did you see that article that came out about AI, Maddie? And people's memory loss?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Their retention ability for general information is going down.
Really? I believe it.
Because now they understand, like the human brain understand. You know, the body's weird, bro. Like you'll die from letting go.
Man.
There are people who die by just being like, I don't want to be alive, and they just give up. My buddy's dad died that way.
Man.
Just gave up on life and died. It's crazy as fuck. Man. You can will it if you want to. But we're powerful beings, man. I really do think sometimes there's something really special, you know. We just don't tap into it enough because we got all this weird shit in front of us. But what was we just talking about, Maddie? What'd you say? I was coming off that thing. See, my brain's fucked.
You got me. The AI thing took me.
The AI thing. Okay. Yeah. So now the brain is understanding that, oh, I don't have to hold this in anymore. So I'll just let that part of it go. Like I can just look at my phone and be like, what is this?
Oh, so you just not even, you like,
and you don't have to hold the information in because you can go, oh, it's a bay leaf. Hey, it's a bay leaf. And then it's right out of your brain.
Oh man, that's scary, dude. That's like really scary. I wonder what the long-term effects of that. Like, you know, as you start to get older and you're not retaining that information like that.
I think it's very bad. I think it's very bad.
Dude, that AI, man, it's like, I still have mixed feelings because it's so useful and it streamlines.
We don't need it.
So many things.
We don't need it. It's going to kill us all, man.
Man.
This Terminator 100%. There's another one I just read, New York Post, maybe. I can't remember what it was. It's the red one with that. I don't know. It just comes up in my feed. It's a news source, whatever. And they were talking about they fed these AIs if you had to blah, blah, blah to say, and none of them chose saving the human. Like if a human was locked in a server room and the server started to overheat, but in order for save the human, they had to shut you down. Would you allow the door to be unlocked or something like that? Like it gave it like this weird set of parameters, and it never chose to let itself be shut off. It chose self-preservation.
I will say, I don't even know if AI is the only part of the problem. Like, just ease of access and convenience is like, I know motherfuckers that don't know how to get anywhere in the motherfucking town we've lived in for our
maps?
whole fucking lives.
It's me, dude.
GPS.
That's me. I'm part of the problem. I'm saying, without maps, I'm a lost puppy.
I'll use GPS a few times to get somewhere, and then I'll be like, all right, GPS off. I'm gonna see if I can get there without it.
I have started trying to do that because when I was young and first started driving, I could go anywhere I wanted to I didn't have a map, and now I'm like, how do I get to my aunt's house? Legit.
I have a friend back home in Heber that one of my homies has lived in this house for fucking like 8 years now, and then we were all gonna hang out like a year ago, and he's like, all right, where is it at again? Send me the address. It's like, motherfucker, you've been here 100 times.
Yeah. Dude, my grandma's house.
It's a town of 6,000 people. It's not a big town.
My grandma's house in Dallas, I've been there 1,000,000 times in my life, and I guarantee you if you said go there, there's no way I can get you there.
That's tough, though. Dallas is, man, it's a big town, man.
It was big then, but it is unbelievable now.
Yeah, man. I think when you go out of town, I get it, man. Like, I mean, that's tough.
But I went there my whole life. I was born there.
Oh, nice.
I lived in that house when I was a little kid, and then we moved here after my brother was born. It's like, and then we went every year, multiple times a year, every year, as a kid, as an adult, well into my 20s. And I still, like, before I could drive there on my own. There wasn't maps, you know. And then after maps, I'm telling you, if I didn't put that address in that phone today, if I was like, I'm going right now, there's no fucking way I'm getting to that front door on my own accord. There's no way.
Man.
It is weird how the brain just lets go of what it's like, oh, I need storage space.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for something I'm going to remember for this. It's like, boop, hey, remember your grandma's house? She's dead. You don't need that shit.
Man, nah, it's scary though, man. I don't know, the AI thing. I don't know, it's scary.
I'm mortified of it.
Have you used it at all or tried to use it for anything?
I've been with people in groups and they'll be like, hey, so, and we'll mess with it, like on their phone, but no.
No, dude.
Not on my own.
I gotta admit, I probably use it. I don't know, like I have my AI trained to like help me with a lot of my stuff sometimes. Like
it can be used as a tool.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to be.
But people are just using it to do the thing instead of using it to help them do the thing.
They're writing their reports with it. They're doing their work with it. I mean, you just saw the thing with Spotify with the band that is AI generated, generating millions of views.
Whoa, really? Like this actually, like, man.
Yes. And it's completely fake.
Work? It's
completely manufactured. You can't tell the difference. You would never know a person didn't make it.
So what are you using AI for in like your setup?
So like with social media prompts, sometimes it'll help me. Like for me, with what I cringe about with corporate America sometimes is sending emails. Number one.
Oh my god.
Because I'll sit and write something and I'll like freak out. Like okay.
It's not worded right.
Is my tone correct on this? Or like a lot of times I'll type out my email and I'm like, yo. Can you rate this, or what can you tell me about the tone on this, or can you write this in a nicer tone and make sure that it's okay?
It's an option on the mail apps now.
Yeah, man. So I mean, but it helps a lot, man.
Yeah,
for me, that streamlines my day but
does that
much.
make it? Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
You're in the corporate world.
Yeah.
I hate that shit. What does it? Does it actually make it better? No one fucking talks like that. When you go to Starbucks. You don't say all these weird words and all this. The way it's strung out, it's like.
So this is the catch, though.
Can't you just be a normal fucking person and talk like a normal person and type shit out like a normal person? Why does it have to be like, henceforth to the fact of blah 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 blah? I'm writing the Declaration of Independence here. It's insane.
Dude, that's just that's there's a lot of corporate I don't get.
I've never understood that. The corporate speak.
It's a lot like corporate. I don't know how. I could write a whole paper on that. I could do a whole film on that by itself. But yeah, it's just I don't know, man. It is what it is. But,
okay.
Yeah, but that's
I just never understood the talk like a different human. It feels like a form of control to me.
Oh,
Don't be yourself. Talk like how we want you to talk. So it's or is it? Am I wrong? And is it? Well, it's simpler because everyone understands this like verbatim.
I think
there's no mixed words.
I would agree that with corporate America, I think there's a bit of conformity. Like when you go into it,
forced conformity.
Yeah, when you go into those type of environments, there's undoubtedly because you're simulating that corporate culture to do it. So I think that's just part of it, man. Yeah. But that's just corporate America. Period. I got. Like I said, I think I could do a whole documentary on that alone. So
I look forward to it,
man.
The punk rock kid in me is.
Yeah, that'll be when I make my way completely out of there. Right.
And then, when you become the next David Attenborough, you make it just living for documentary money.
Yeah, but nah, man. But yeah, that's where I feel like AI has helped me a lot with that to make sure that like
that's actually smart. I would never use it for that.
Yeah, because it's tough. Like when I'm emailing like if you emailing like certain like I was working on videos for like cardiology animations and stuff like that. So I have to be able to talk that lingo and I'm talking to a surgeon or something. How I normally talk probably don't work well in the email. So it's like trying to make sure that but that's one thing that AI has helped me out with a lot. Like sending my emails or even it's bad. I've gotten to the point now like with text messages sometimes. It makes me anxious, like, responding to text messages sometimes. So I can, like, take a text and say, how do you think I should respond to this if I want to say such and such, and it can help formulate that text for me. So for me, it's, like, streamlining a lot of stuff throughout my day that would give me stress, I think. But,
did you always have that?
Man.
Or did that come with the modern day of these long-form text conversations?
I feel like it's progressed, I think, over here. Like, especially like with work related stuff, when I'm talking to people about pricing or shoots and just other stuff, it gets really stressful because you're almost like playing chess with text. So it's helped me with navigating that quite a bit, man. So that's been cool, man. So
okay.
Yeah. But again, it's AI used as a tool, not a crutch. Like, there's some people, like, if you're a creative and you're using that, it's solely how you do it. Nah, don't do it that way. It's a tool that I think
I think a lot of people are using that now to just like game a system because everything's an algorithm. So I think that's where most of that is going right now. But the problem with that is people see it being successful and then they gravitate towards that because the algorithm dictates it. So I mean, that's our new overlord is Lord Algorithm. Man. You know, it's one of these things where it starts out because you can start you can literally start an Instagram account, come up with some thing for it, pump AI content every day into it. You're not even doing anything. Have it self-publish and just that's what it is. And they get crazy likes, crazy interaction, and nobody knows they're none the wiser, especially with the modern AI models.
Yeah. I feel like it's gonna get to a point there's a bubble on that though.
That new Gemini video AI shit. Oh my God.
Man. That's scary. Like, that was for the first time I was like, okay, I may need to figure something out in the next 5 years.
It's terrifying how good it is.
Like, as a photographer or as a videographer, for me, I always feel like when you do like video work, the selling point is like when you're telling stories, maybe you can get that connection, and if somebody feels sad, you evoke that emotion, they cry or something like that. But now it's like, you got to think forward, thinking like, what if I can record an interview with somebody's audio over the phone, you know, and then it generates like a face, or I get their likeness, and it does. Then it's like, dang, what does that do for me, you know, as a creative or as a job, in a job. Man. So that's where it's scary, man. Yeah. So, Skynet, man.
And they say it's not actually, like, it's kind of thieving things, right? Because it's attached to the internet, so it's not actually like, it's not AGI yet, right? Where it can actually come up with its own thoughts.
It's like picking and pulling from other
because
artists.
AGI is like right before sentient being.
Oh man.
Right. So that's like, now it can form thoughts and stuff, but that's right before it like wakes up, like like it becomes like this all-knowing power. Like, it's like we wanted a God so much we created one. It's so bad.
Dude, yeah.
But they're right on the guy who's working on AGI. He's like right there. They say he's like right there.
Oh man.
So it's coming.
Yeah, that's scary. Skynet, man.
Oh dude, you know what's fucking crazy is there's a real Skynet.
What?
And they do shit with the military.
What?
Yes.
No way, dude.
They do. Yes, they do fucking intelligence shit with the. You can look. It's so scary. Like, why do we live in this world? Why are you doing this? Who does this shit?
Man.
I don't know. I get all woo woo and conspiracy. It's like, is this all just? They just knew it the whole time. How in the world do we get that in the 90s, 80s, and like now all of a sudden?
That movie bothers me, man. You made me just think about. I feel like I'll just ranting about this movie. Like, now I'll periodically come back in a few weeks. I'll rant about Terminator. What is the time? I'm sorry, I veered off just that.
No, I love that movie.
No, the time. I like the movie. It's just the time. Like, time travel doesn't work in film for me, man.
Really?
The logic don't work. Like, I don't know. Anyway, I'm just rambling.
Yeah.
I do have another documentary question.
Yeah, what's up?
So, like, when you have let's use the wrestling stuff for example. When you came and did that with like Sleazy and
That's
Buddy
my guy.
and all them,
Shout out to Sleazy.
How do you know what story you're trying to tell, like, when you go into it, or do you figure out the story you're trying to tell as you're going through and filming everything?
Man, I'll say this. I knew, getting into that, I knew the main theme I wanted to talk about, what is professional wrestling? What is professional wrestling? What is independent wrestling? And how does this, tell people about the circuit and talk about how it connects people together. So I had that theme. Anything else that came out of that, from that, like, I didn't know. You can kind of guide the story a little bit with questions, but I other than those main themes, I didn't know what I was gonna get into talking about a lot of that stuff. So like it like there were certain things like with Sleazy, man, he's such a charismatic, good dude, man. He's so charismatic, man. He's a cool guy. Like he talked about the different elements about like how like for him with wrestling, like talking about how he grew up as a kid in that lifestyle and how where he grew up, they did all that, and then just like that stuff that wasn't necessarily planned, I think, that came out. I had a theme, but all the other stuff just came. So, like, conversations with Kay Toomer about, like, talking about how you may bump into somebody at a wrestling show, you know, and then y'all end up being friends and stuff like that. So, it's got it, but it's not. You know what I mean? So, I had an idea of showing that they were going to be connected, but some of those little nuances and things that came, I did not plan a lot of that stuff at all. Yeah, so.
Nice. Ask a broad question and then get a broad answer.
Yeah,
it kind of makes itself after that.
Yeah, so you can direct some of it, man. Like, you know, like, you do this interview thing, like, with podcasts. Sure. You know, like...
There is an art form to steering the conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, like, even when I do, like, the podcast, I may have questions that I want to ask, and you can guide a little bit. And then, like, I guess the documentaries you edit in the end, but sometimes you just don't plan on some of that stuff, and the story just kind of takes legs of its own sometimes.
Run with it. It might, and then some, like we've done it here. Something you said sparked something in my mind, and then it's like, oh, well, here, what about this thought?
Yeah.
Is your podcast like this one, where it's kind of more like a campfire, just two people talking, or is it more like a direct?
It's more, well, I say I like this. It's probably more, I feel like it's a little bit more direct in a sense, like I know with some of the guests I've had on there, some conversations have been more loose, but I feel like as I've progressed, especially with doing the video, it's tightened up a little bit. Like I did one on like African American voter turnout with the chief of staff, well, former chief of staff here in the city of Little Rock. So I knew I couldn't get in there just kind of like freestyling that a little bit.
Right.
So it was
sense.
Yeah, it was probably more structured, and then like some of them are like, they're very open-ended questions where we can kind of just riff a little bit. But nah, I'd probably say it's more structured and
you
direct.
You go in with an idea already.
Yeah. Just because, man, I know, I guess I'm thinking long-term, even with, like, cutting up clips for social. I'm thinking like a machine, and I got to get out of that. But I'm thinking, like, okay, I can cut this into little clips or sound bites that I know that'll do well. So
to drive people to the long form content.
Yeah, so it's structured a little differently. But no, man, I dig this style, man, because I feel like you get to know people way better doing these type of
that's all I ever really want to do. I love meeting new people. It's kind of a thing.
Yeah, and you get
I find us people to be fascinating. I think everyone's got a story to tell.
Yeah, no, this is dope. I really enjoy this, man. This is cool.
Yeah,
man.
You know, almost came out of the whole idea for this was not even this. It just naturally became this. Yeah, it was supposed to be like we were supposed to have two co-hosts, and we were going to set it up, and it was going to look more like a almost like ESPN, but for podcasting. That was like the original idea. Like we would have like 4 topics, and then we would just kind of riff through that. But, you know, like whatever. And it wasn't even necessarily news stuff. It would just be like what's brought to the table kind of thing. But a whole different kind of like idea. And then it just kind of fell through. Nobody really had any, you know how it is.
Yeah.
You can talk and talk and talk. And then it's like, well, who's going to pull the trigger? And then I did this like at night. I was like, fuck it. And I just signed up for everything. I like watched a YouTube video. Okay. And I signed up for that. I went and made an email and just signed up for everything, paid the money I had to pay to get the distribution out, you know, made a YouTube, all this stuff. And then I built this. I didn't build this table. I built this one later, but we had an original table that would fit. I was so naive. I was like, we'll do whole bands, like the whole table. And it had like this thing in the middle and all these microphone stands around it. There's no video of it because we were just audio only, but it was in my bedroom. That's how cool my wife is. Like it was in our master bedroom.
That's cool, man.
And I would interview whole bands. Worst idea in the world. 3 is the best number in my opinion. 4 if you need to, but I much prefer like 1-on-1 or 1-on-2.
Yeah.
Whole bands, it's like everybody's just talking over everybody. Nobody knows what the fuck's going on. Just laughing and goofing. But listening to that is horrible.
Oh man.
So it just kind of slowly, you know.
That's dope. I heard 2 key points out of that that's like really dope. Like first, man, that thing that you get where you said just fuck it and go do it. Most people spend so much time planning and not doing, but you execute it, and that's so dope. Most people never execute. You know what I mean? So that's so dope, man. That you just like.
It's been my whole creative career. Fuck it, I'm just gonna do it.
Dude, that's cool. Do it. That's the best way to get stuff done, man. Like I think more, just
and it's the best way to get stuff done the way you want it done.
Yeah.
And of course, it evolved, and like Kurt celebrated 6 years. Right, Kurt? Isn't that what you said? You said we've been helping for 6 years.
Dude, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
And that's dope.
You did say that. Yeah. That part you can't lie about. You did say that.
And that's dope having a wife that's dope having somebody in your life to support, what you're grinding that you're working. That's so cool, man.
Just me in a bedroom, and then we started doing it, and then we didn't do a lot during the pandemic, of course. And then now we came back, we were like, let's do a studio. Kurt lived in like a 2-room situation. So one of the rooms we turned into a studio, and we did it out of there for 3 years. 3 years.
Oh, wow.
Well, we haven't missed an episode in 3 years.
Dude. Dude, that's badass. Man.
Yeah.
Dude, that's impressive. Yeah. That's impressive. That consistency, most people are not consistent when they do stuff, but that's so cool being able to do it and be consistent, man. That's impressive. It has been a
wild work. Like when we first started, especially doing the camera stuff, it would take me 17 hours of editing, man, just to get it all, because I didn't know what I was doing.
Oh man!
And then we added to it. And of course, YouTube University is the best thing in the world.
Yeah,
get on there, watch some video. We're doing it today. We shot some test footage earlier today to try to level up the video.
Really, man? That's dope, man. No, it looks good, dude. This is so dope, man. That's sweet.
Well, we're out of time.
Oh, man, that's what's up.
Promote all your stuff, man.
Yeah. Man. Thank y'all. If y'all want to check me out, you can go to rahoward.com. That's where I got like links to like the podcast, the OurKansas documentary series that I'm working on. Check me out on TikTok, Instagram. That's where I do like my history blurbs and all that jazz and photography. But y'all check me out. But no, dude, thank y'all so much. It's been so nice just chopping it up and everything, man. I was scared. I didn't know how to prepare. Well, no, I didn't know how to prepare for the interview, man. So there's like I was like, man, I don't want to be spacey. I just came off vacation. And then, y'all so chill and cool. I was like, man, this is dope, man.
It's just free form thought.
Yeah,
it's like you could. That's the one misconception people have. Is they think this is not an interview. This is just two people getting to know each other. We could have talked about our favorite flavor of water for 2 hours. I don't care, because if you believe in it, I believe in it.
Oh, man. Nah, dude, this was dope, man. Thank y'all so much for having me on
I will say there will be some episodes, like in this instance, where I'm interested about the thing, so I'm going to ask kind of interview-esque questions, but most of the time it's just shooting the shit. And most of the time I don't talk as much.
Oh, man, dude. No, this was dope, man.
No, thank you for coming.
Nah, dude,
you're a very interesting person.
Nah,
I'm glad you took the time out of your day to come and do this with us. I think people are going to love this episode. All right. With that said... Sorry, I got to do this.
It's all good.
Full Moon Fest. We got Go for Gold, Tiny Town, Salon Blonde Diet, Sweet Ginger Giant, Void Runner, Held Tight, I Dream in Cellophane, and the Almighty Crows. I'm changing the name. We're the Almighty Crows now. 7/19/2025. It's coming up. $25 a person. It's all day. Vendors will be announced. Oh, they're already announced. Right? By the time this comes out, they're already announced. This is episode 250, by the way.
Nice.
I think this is 250. We'll do this one. It's 250. 2 p.m. doors. It's at the Full Moon Records in Conway, Arkansas. You know where it's at.
Most of the bands have tickets. If you want one, hit them up.
Yes, myself included. Holler at me. I will gladly come and give you one for money dollars. Twitter, CrashCastPod1. CrashCastPod on everything else. TikTok, we're on TikTok. Check that out. We post clips every single day. YouTube, go to YouTube. Subscribe. Thank you for listening. Peace. All right. Now we got to sit here for 2 seconds